Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony and welcome to another video. So last week you might have saw my top 10 worst cities currently for sports, and that included the top 4 sports leagues like the NHL, NBA, etc. And because I don't feel like thinking about all of them, that does include like the WNBA because nobody really pays attention. These are the main sports that are prominent, the ones that making the most money for the United States market. So this week I thought we might as well do the top 10 cities. Now what I keep in mind is how many cities each town has, well how many teams each town has, and also how they did last season and this season and how they're looking for the future. I'm not including previous years like 2005 or all-time type things. This is more recent. If you want to see me do longer type videos, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. So as all lists, we start with number 10 to keep you in suspense with number 1. And yeah, so number 10 is Toronto. The main reason why they're number 10 is because they only have 2 teams, the Leafs and the Raptors, but both are very successful. The Leafs are in second place currently in their division, and the Raptors are up there too in the Eastern Conference, outperforming expectations this year. Many thought that the Celtics would just run away with the conference, but the Raptors definitely have something to say about that. The next is Denver. Although the Broncos aren't looking that good right now, they have their quarterback, and I believe that they're just building their defense a little bit for the future, and I believe that they have a bright future. Right now, the Avalanche, Rockies are average teams in their respective leagues, and the Nuggets are going to be probably most likely a top 4 seed, not competing with the Golden State Warriors quite, because nobody really can right now, I don't think. Maybe like the Celtics or somebody, but yeah, speaking about the Warriors, number 8 is Oakland, because they have the Warriors, Athletics, and I included the Sharks. I included the Sharks mainly because it's the NHL team. It's kind of in the Bay Area, even though it's San Jose. I think you can count that. The San Jose Sharks are doing pretty well right now. They are, I believe, they're in third place in their tied second place in their conference. And the Warriors are obviously in first, and the Athletics are looking bright for the future, and they always seem like they're doing, they outperform expectations. Like, people expect them to do bad, and they're really good with doing a lot with a little. And I'm not including the Oakland Raiders in this one, mainly because they're moving, and they're going to be a Las Vegas team. So Washington is the next on the list. Mainly because they have the Redskins, Capitals, Nationals, and Wizards. The Wizards were good earlier this year, not so good now, as you can see. The Nationals, they were supposed to be really good this year, kind of disappointed, but they're still above a 500 team. The Redskins are the definition of an average team, and the Capitals were the definition of an average team until this year, when of course they won the Stanley Cup. I'm happy. I actually predicted that in my beginning of the season predictions. Not trying to brag. Just kidding. I'm trying to brag. Number 6 is Milwaukee. They have the Bucks. The Bucks are They ended up beating the Warriors, even though Steph Curry went out. I mean, you still beat them by like 23 points or something like that. They're 9-3 currently. They actually lost today. I'm looking at the score right now. They lost today to the Los Angeles Clippers by 2 points in overtime. Nothing really that controversial. And they also have the Packers and the Brewers. The Brewers have a really bright future. They just need better starting pitching, because when it comes to the playoffs, bullpenning is not really going to work. You need good starting pitching, but I like the way they're going. And the Packers, they have Aaron Rodgers, but they're below 500 team right now. Don't think they'll make the playoffs, but they're still an above average team in general. The next, this is the top 5 are really good cities. It's kind of hard to do 6 through 10 and kind of rank them, because they all have like average teams. So number 5 is Pittsburgh. They have the Penguins, who won 2 straight Stanley Cups a couple years ago. This is recent, and even though I'm including 2 years ago, and they're still really good this year, even though it's early. The Steelers, they just beat the Panthers 52-21. Enough said. And the Pirates, outperformed expectations this year. Many people didn't expect them to do anything, and they ended up with above 80 wins, running for the wild card towards the end of the season. Even though they didn't get it, they still outperformed expectations. Number 4 is Houston. They're kind of declining. They were my number 3 until the Rockets started doing so poorly. Carmelo Anthony, like, really, why would you just blow everything up? And why, it just kind of pisses me off. I've been a Carmelo Anthony fan, but you had to see this coming from a mile away. Like, how do you let Carmelo ruin your team like that? Clint Capella ended up going to the Suns, even doing worse right now. But anyway, the Houston Astros, coming off a World Series, made it to the conference finals, ran into a juggernaut, which we'll see later in the list. And the Texans are on a 6-game win streak. They're not a good team, but they're 6-3. They're 6-3. Really, their record should be around 4-5, or 5-4. But they're 6-3. They're doing well. Number 3, the Philadelphia. 76ers, even though they're doing poorly so far compared to what their expectations were, they're still in 3rd place in the conference, and they just signed Jimmy Butler to a 1-year deal, and they're going to sign him for a longer extension. The 76ers made it they made it to the second round, lost to the Celtics. The 76ers trust the process, have a great future. Philadelphia also has the Eagles. Believe it or not, the Eagles, they just came off a Super Bowl victory, and I believe that they're going to ride this second half of the season after their bye and win the division. And the Philadelphia Phillies, they have a really good chance of landing Bryce Harper. And other than that, they generally have a bright future with Nola and Rhys Hoskins and the whole crew, because I can't name anybody else, to be honest. Yes, Philadelphia, 3 teams, bright futures. LA, next is number 2. They have the Dodgers, Rams, Lakers, Chargers, Kings that are not really doing that well right now. They also have the Clippers. The Clippers should sneak in as a playoff team too. But the Lakers, they have LeBron James. The Dodgers made it to 2 straight World Series finals. And the Rams, they're number 1 in the league. Well, yeah, they're number 1 in the league, and they need to sharpen some things on defense a little bit. They're kind of playing a little bit sloppy, a little bit underperforming, but I think that they can get it together and make a little run for it. And then the Chargers, on a 5-game win streak, the problem with them is they always lose to, like, the good teams. They beat all the bad teams. They beat all the teams that they're supposed to beat, besides the Cleveland Browns a couple years ago. The Browns would have went 0-16 2 years in a row if it wasn't for that freaking Los Angeles Chargers kicker. I don't know why they can't get their kicking right. Anyway, number 1, obviously, is New York. No, just kidding. It's Boston, of course. You have the Bruins, Celtics, Red Sox, and Patriots. Like, even the Bruins are doing well. Like, I'm looking at the records right now, and I think the Bruins are, like, in 2nd place in the... Well, actually, no, never mind. They're on a little bit of a losing streak, but they haven't played as many games. With 1 more win, they'd be in 2nd place. Yeah, anyway, the Bruins are even doing well. The Patriots are coming off a Super Bowl. They're pretty much favorites to go back, unless the Chiefs or the Steelers have to say something about that, or maybe the Chargers if they get a kicker. And the Red Sox, the best team in the last 15 years and the best team this year, they're comparing them like a top 3 team of all time. And the Lakers and the Celtics, people were coming into the season were saying they're the only team that can beat the Warriors. Just think about that. You have 4 teams capable of winning the championship, and if all 4 teams won, no one would be surprised. In Washington, if all 4 teams won, you'd be surprised. In Denver, if all 4 teams won, you'd be surprised. Boston, I wouldn't be surprised if 3 out of 4 won. The Bruins are the only team where it's like, but they still have a young up and coming team. They just have good management and good coaching. I'm envious of them. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you agree with my list, let me know in the comment section down below. Oh shit, wait, I forgot to mention my honorable mentions, which I'll put up on the screen right now. New Orleans, Tampa, Charlotte, Minnesota, and Nashville. The main reason why I include some of these teams is the performance of the teams this year. Some of the teams are supposed to play well and kind of underperformed just a little bit. In New Orleans' case, you have one good team, and then the other team is kind of slacking off a little bit recently, and it's only two teams. So in Toronto, obviously, will get the nod. If you want to debate me in the comment section down below, feel free. It's a free country, free world. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next week's sports video.